Welcome to Between the Sheets, the podcast where we're going to cover a variety of topics related to sexual health and wellness. I'm Dr. Stephanie Zwonitzer, your host. I'm a nurse practitioner and have been in practice since 2017. I have my Doctor of Nursing Practice degree, and I specialize in urology and sexual health. I am so excited to explore all of the various topics related to sexual health and wellness with you in a fun, spicy, educational, and non-judgmental manner. So come on, let's get between the sheets. Welcome to Between the Sheets. Today, we are going to cover vaginal dryness and having great sex throughout your life as a woman. And I have a fantastic guest on today, Beth Geduld. She is the CEO of RenewV. It is a fantastic vaginal moisturizer. And I just have the little sample bottle here. My full bottle's at home. But it is fantastic. It is a great natural product. I'm really excited about having it on the market. And Beth is going to kind of talk us through how this came to be and what it's great for today, as well as what's on the horizon with their company. So thank you for coming and welcome, Beth.
Thank you for having me, Stephanie. I appreciate this.
Absolutely. So practicing urology as a nurse practitioner, I deal with a lot of women in the perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause phase of life. And, vaginal dryness and pain with sex, these are major issues. Just ladies will come in and tell me, I'm just irritated all the time down there. And they don't have UTIs and they don't have yeast infections and things like that. It's just the dryness and the changes with the low estrogen.
You're exactly right. My sister, who is a board certified urologist, she developed RenewV. Here's the big product.
There's the big one.
It is.
Size matters. No.
It does. Anyway, so I'm telling you that my sister developed this, and I turned 56 this year. And all of a sudden, I've been married 30 years. I've been having sex with my husband. And one day I swear I woke up, and after having, intercourse, I hurt. It hurt so bad, like I was a virgin again, right? And I said, this can't be. This is crazy. And I called my sister, who's my best friend, and I said, Darlene, do you remember a long time ago when you developed the product? It was called Valera, and it was USDA certified organic. It was FDA approved. It was patented. And she was the first one to hit the market with it. And she's like, yeah. I said, do you have any of those samples left? She's like, I have one, but it's old. And she sent it to me. I put it on, and it cured me. Whatever that irritation is on the side of your vulva, whatever it was, it healed in a day. And I said, Darlene, we have to bring this back to market because life got in the way with my sister. And I figured, you know what? I'm going to do it. I have time. I have resources. Let's put this together because my girlfriends are suffering. We're all suffering. We're all in our 50s. We're all, been married. Some of them are divorced and they're having sex again. And, they're just noticing that, I don't know, it's like our face with wrinkles.
Yeah.
You get it down there and there's problems. So I developed it again, used the exact same formula, the exact same lab. It's made in the United States. And let me tell you something, it is life-changing for me. Even if I wear my bathing suit too long by the pool and then you go and take a shower and it's like, what is that? I take out the RenewV, put it on generously, and it heals it. So,
one of the things that I was excited about when you guys sent me the samples to try is I have very sensitive skin. And so I was like, well, I'm certainly not going to piss off my vajayjay down there and, not know what's going on at the beginning. So I tried it on my hand first because I can deal with a pissed off hand. Just in case. And it was beautiful. I had no reaction whatsoever. It did not feel sticky or slimy or anything like that. I was very impressed. And I left it on for like a good full 24 hours so that I knew I wasn't going to have any issues. And then I used it in the perineal area as well. And it's lovely. And I haven't gone through menopause yet. So I'm not, fully there with the lack of estrogen in my tissues and my tissues really getting thinner yet.
Right.
But it still was just a very nice, gentle feeling down there. And I really appreciated that. So that was really great for me to experience. And that's what really got me behind the product and wanting to tell my patients about it. I'm a huge proponent of vaginal estrogen. I throw all my ladies on it. That can be very safe and very healthy for them and really rejuvenates things down there. but you use it twice a week. And a lot of them were having issues between uses where they were like, I'm just not comfortable, but I don't want to use the estrogen more than I'm supposed to, and things like that. And so having a product to use in between is really great.
It's really great. And I can tell you, before I decided to actually use it, I made sure that I did all the microbial testing. I did RIPT testing. I did so much testing. My husband is a medical doctor and he's like, "What are you doing? What are you putting on you? Are you sure? We're
Yeah.
going to get this tested." And you know what? I did. And then now I use it, like I use it after I'm done using it down there. I will put more in my hands and I'll use it on my fingers.
Mm,
I'll use it on my heels. There is nothing toxic about it. So it's totally safe. My husband, I did use the estrogen creams and all of that. And my husband wasn't so comfortable with it going ahead and having intercourse if that was on me, because
mm,
he's a man and he
sure.
didn't want, so but I still needed the relief and I still needed to about myself. So I use it now and he absolutely loves it. It just tremendously.
Yeah. And so for our listeners, what happens is as you're going through perimenopause and menopause, you start making less and less estrogen. And the estrogen is super important in the perineal area for the thickness of the tissues, the lubrication, getting good blood flow down there,
Right.
prevention of infections, all of these things. And so as we get less and less of this estrogen, those tissues get more fragile, they get thinner, they're more easily torn, even with the act of wiping after going to the bathroom, things like that.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. And so having a product that can replace some of that moisture and be a little bit of a barrier for you, in addition to also using your estrogen, is really fundamental for postmenopausal, in my opinion.
I 100% agree with you. And I also have to bring up that I play canasta
Mhm.
with a group of elderly women that are in their 80s. And I got to tell you, all of them are using it and they're not sexually active, but the relief that they felt, I think, I really believe it's the special ingredient is the arnica in it and
Mhm.
some other, sprinkly things that we put in it that make a huge difference. And I don't like the other products on the market. They
Yeah.
have smell, they have stickiness, they have
Mhm.
funky color, like, and I'm so afraid. It's such an important part of us being women and feeling comfortable and
Mhm.
not being afraid to go to your doctor, to go to your nurse practitioner and speak to them and talk to them about what you can use and what's out there. I'm a firm believer, I'm a user in it.
And I agree with what's on the market. There's one product that's on the market that I will sometimes recommend for between estrogen uses. But beyond that, please don't touch the Vagisil and the Summer's Eve I mean, from my perspective, they should not even be allowed to be on the market, but that's living in a consumerism world.
Well,
Um,
anything with fragrance has bad things in it.
yep.
To me, it's a carcinogenic,
Yeah,
right?
well, and it throws off our pH. Even if you take the cancer part of it out of it,
Right.
it throws off our pH and puts us more likely to get BV, UTIs, all these other smells down there, like all these things.
Yeah.
And so it's really important to use natural ingredients like you're saying. I love that when I got it and I read the ingredients on it, I could read every single one of them and pronounce every single one of them.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, talking about what women experience in my sister's practice, she said, Beth, I've been wanting to do this for a really long time. And the UTIs,
Mhm.
right? It's all kind of connected, right?
Yeah.
And she said there's been an increase of
Mhm.
about 35%. And the ages are even younger now with UTIs. So, besides drinking a lot of water, which I'm
Yeah.
sure you can explain this, I am not a doctor, right? I'm
Yeah.
only married to one, and then my sister is a doctor. But I have to tell you, it frightened me that I said, well, what are we supposed to do? So my sister is now developing a UTI supplement that she wants to make sure that it's what you don't have to go to different supplements to go ahead and find the right thing to take. And then the vaginal, we're taking this product and we're putting it into a vaginal suppository with a little bit of hyaluronic acid, just to rejuvenate. But all of these things affect us as women. And
Yeah.
this is where my sister is going with her product because I feel comfortable using her products because she tests with all of her patients besides the clinical studies and it's something that's real. And
Yeah.
I feel passionate for women of all ages to be able to use something that's reliable, because in this type of environment, you don't know where you're getting it. And
Right.
I'm a firm believer in the ingredients.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, just knowing that it is safe to use, that you can use it on the days you're not using estrogen, or even earlier in the day on the day that you're not using your estrogen, that you can still get the medical benefits of the actual hormone, as well as, the get through every day comfortability as well. I think that's huge.
I agree. I agree completely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And in regards to the recurrent UTIs, because of course I treat that as well, for our listeners here, it happens for a variety of reasons. It doesn't mean that you're dirty or not taking care of yourself, but there are things that you can do to help your body fight these infections easier. And so, like she said, drinking water. So I always tell my patients 64 ounces of water a day is what we're shooting for. Some
Right.
people are like, no big deal, I got that. And other people are like, oh my God, I could never get that much. So do your best, but 64
Difficult. It's
ounces.
hard to drink all of that, and then you're
It
looking for the
is.
bathroom, and where do you go? And then you're holding it in, and that's what you're not supposed to
Right.
do.
Right.
It's
Yes.
awful. It's hard
It
to be a
is.
woman. It really is.
It is. Yeah. So I think, a couple I'm excited to find out what she puts into the supplement and stuff, because I know I have a lot of my patients take cranberry supplements because the cranberry juice doesn't really do anything. And it's important to have supplements from a source you can trust.
Oh, 100.
There's so much information out there right now that's coming out of testing these supplements that are on the market that are placebos, don't even have what they say they have in them, or have a lot less than they say they have, or the one pill has this much and the next pill has a totally different amount. And so I love that women and businesses that I can trust and have a relationship with are developing quality products.
Yeah, and very meticulous about
Hmm.
how you put everything together to come to the market. Supplement takes a while. We do the
Sure.
testing, we make sure it's FDA registered and every place that we go, and it has to be in the United States, wherever we get the ingredients. Everything is just so specific. I got a phone call yesterday from a woman, and I answered the call, and she said, "Hi, I've been, I don't know how to use the computer. I didn't know, I called. Can I give you my credit card? And, can I ask you, what do I do? I bought something off the market, on the market, I should say, and I don't like what it's doing to me. And I'm still in a lot of pain. And, you know, I, I tell them I'm going to follow up. I'm going to speak to Dr. Gaynor,
Hmm.
and she's going to get back to you within the next 2 days. So try it generously, try RenewV
Yeah.
generously, right? Make sure that you wash your hands and then wash yourself and then
Hmm.
apply it. And then let's see what happens in a couple days. Dr. Gaynor is going to call you back. And she was so appreciative because she was talking about, different companies. You don't know who they are.
Yeah.
You don't know if they're real or not. And, Darlene and I, we're like open books. We're out there. You can Google us. You can see who we are. And I think that's important with RenewV. You know,
Yeah. I love the transparency.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And our main company is Urigen Labs. That's what the parent company is, and RenewV is the line of vaginal dryness for moisturizer. But I think that's so important to be able to speak to somebody like you, to somebody like my sister, for those questions, to be there and really have a real good answer so people don't hurt themselves, right? Or harm them.
This type of a product, it, it's game changing. It's life changing. It's, relationship saving. It's so, so important. And getting it out there to people is just, it's imperative.
Thank you for that. Really, I'm so excited about this. I want to shout it out to the world because it's been such a game changer for me. I mean, 30
Yeah.
years of marriage, and I'm still very much active sexually with my husband. I'm so happy to have this because I can put it on before we get into bed, right?
Yeah.
I can put it on him,
Uh-huh.
and there's no problem with his issue. It's just all natural. It's such a relief for me because it was stressing you out, and having sexual intercourse with your husband, it's also mental too. It's not just physical, right? Women are really in their heads and mental. And if they feel something, it's going to detract from the end game, which is of course to be loving and caring, but you want to have an
Right.
orgasm, right?
Right.
But if you're thinking about the dryness and you've got like a piece of
Hmm.
glass in there,
Yep.
you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna
Right.
achieve it. And then
Right.
afterwards, when you go to the bathroom afterwards and it's stinging, honestly, that's another time when I reapply it. And within hours, not even hours, but it goes away.
Yeah.
I think that's just so important. I want to let everybody know.
It is. It is. Yeah. Scream it from the rooftops.
I, Exactly.
Get RenewV. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You'll feel better.
Yeah, no,
Very
it's amazing. I love it. And, there's other things that, just things that we've talked about on other episodes of the podcast to help with, arousal, to help with lubrication, to help with pelvic pain. You can use different sexual wellness tools, so like toys, but also ones that are developed specifically to help with those pelvic issues. And I love that the products in the RenewV are so natural that you can use it with those types of things. Because, for example, like silicone type toys should not be used with a silicone based lubricant and things like that. But this is all natural. And so bring the toys into the bedroom because you got it and you can.
Definitely. Definitely. The only thing we did do testing on this. So with latex condoms, you don't really want to use it with latex condoms. So
Okay.
it's not compatible, so it's not because it's not water based. So that's
Yeah.
the reason why the certification on it, we have to put that on it. But, a lot of my girlfriends do use a condom with their husbands. And they do use this and it's absolutely fine. But as a precaution, we like
Yeah.
to just say, use a water based, which I was going to make a water based, but I'm loving this, right?
Maybe
I don't
maybe that can come in part two.
do that in a while. Right now, I'm trying to save the women from the
Yes.
pain,
Yes.
right?
And there are other condoms out there that don't have to be latex. So there's options if that is, something that you and your partner are using, or if you're having fun with multiple partners and need that kind of protection, you could certainly get non-latex condoms.
Didn't think about that, Stephanie. You're right. See what happens when you're married? You're married for so long. You're like, oh yeah, that is on the market. I forgot about that. I've already gone
Yeah.
through menopause, so I
Yeah.
don't worry about that at all.
You're not worried. And you have your one partner, so you're not worried about that. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah,
absolutely. No,
exactly.
but I was thinking about that even when you said, your ladies that you play canasta with and that they're older. I have plenty of ladies in their 80s who are still trying to have sex or who are having great sex. And they love having some lubrication down there and they do get sore afterwards and things. So I'm so excited to be able to promote this and to have my patients use it, to use it myself when I need it and things like that. Like it's just, I'm so excited about the new products that are going to be coming out because I just love what you and your sister are doing
Thank
and that
you.
it's so natural. It's amazing. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I love my sister. I'm so glad, and she's so passionate. You know,
Well, thank you so much for everybody who's watching. We will put a show link in for the My RenewV website. And because this company is so awesome, they have given a code for you guys. So Zwan10, and I'll have that in the show notes as well. So you can have 10% off. I'm so excited about it. It's definitely an amazing product for a niche that is very much in need of an amazing product.
thank you so much. Thank you
You're
so
welcome. Yes, thank you for being on here today.
My
And
pleasure.
as always, everybody have a great day and get between those sheets. Thank you for listening and spending time with me today. You can catch new episodes of Between the Sheets every Wednesday, because what better way to add some spice to your life than to have a new podcast on Hump Day? We will continue to explore common, uncommon, and taboo topics related to sexual health and wellness. Please send any comments, questions, or stories to podcastbetweenthesheets@gmail.com. That's all one word, podcastbetweenthesheets@gmail.com. Have a great day. And remember how important it is to discuss these topics with your friends, your family, and of course your partners. In fact, you can like, follow, and share this podcast so they can see it too. See you next time for more sexual health topics between the sheets.